welcome back to A Walk in the Park. We're still in Disneyland Paris, Disneyland Park, whatever you want to call it. We have ice cream, we're walking with ice cream.
What could go wrong?
I'm happy to know the ice cream was acquired. We're still in Fantasyland, walking past the carousel.
Sir Lancelot carousel.
Yes, we already talked about it. While you were getting ice cream, you missed it.
Priorities.
A lot of similarities to Disneyland's Fantasyland that was remodeled in the 80s for good reason. Because Tony Baxter was in charge of that project, and they figured, well, we did such a good job with that. Why don't we just bring most of that over for Paris? So there's a lot of things in this area that emulate the Disneyland Fantasyland. Fantasyland here closes a little early, so we're gonna walk around now because later it'll be closed. There's Dumbo again, very reminiscent of the Disneyland version and Disney World, last Disney World version for that matter.
So I'm not sure what country or region Dumbo is in.
Yeah, Dumbo's kind of like no man's land. Right now we're in, was this Germany? Yeah, Germany is the Pinocchio area, kind of.
And Snow White.
Yeah, and Snow White. That side, I guess that's France on that side, to the castle. So we started in Italy, down on that other side, you have France. Then we're in Germany. And then Peter Pan back here represents the UK, also representing the UK in the back. We have Toad Hall, which is a Mr. Toad restaurant. There's not a Mr. Toad ride. And then also back there, you have a bunch of other little things. You have the Storybook Land canal boats, Casey Jr., and as well the Alice's Curious Labyrinth, which is obviously also taking place in the United Kingdom.
And Mickey.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. There's a Mickey meet and greet, a more recent addition that doesn't make a whole lot of sense. So the fun thing is this, what is this called, Marionette? Chalet de la Marionette. Obviously is a Fantasyland restaurant, but it has an Adventureland entrance on the other side. And you're probably saying, wait a minute, Fantasyland touches Adventureland? Yes, it does. So what they did here, they switched Frontierland and Adventureland. So you have Peter Pan, which of course is has some connections to pirates. And it transitions over to Pirates of the Caribbean, which is behind this border. And as well, sharing the border is the Germany section, which has sort of a vineyard-looking area over there that serves as the transition between Adventureland and Fantasy. So, a little bit different here, and then obviously you got Main Street transitioning into Frontierland, which probably makes a little more sense. Probably works a little more thematically. But we're not going to go that way. We're going to end this series in Adventureland later.
C'est comme Blanche-Neige a interdit
Sein, dass wir es falsch sind?
They do have Pinocchio. It is pretty much identical to the Pinocchio attraction at Disneyland. What's interesting about that is the Tokyo version is not absolutely identical. There's several small differences, but what's interesting why that whole thing is interesting is because the Tokyo attraction opened the same year as the Disneyland version. They were developed simultaneously. While this one didn't open until 1992, 9 years later, yet is identical to the one that opened in 1983. Unlike Tokyo, which opened the same year. So try to figure all that out.
That's crazy.
Do you want to pronounce the castle? Because I still can't. What is the castle called?
The Chateau de la Belle au Bois Dormant.
Sleeping Beauty
Beauty's
Castle. On the back side here.
Pardon my French, I don't have any. And sword in the stone.
Yeah, well, the sword's gone here.
Not surprised, but it was.
Someone took it.
It was here last year.
Was it? And it's just not here this
It's
year?
not here right now.
Okay, well, there's no sword. So obviously, I guess the kingdom's been saved. It's good to know.
We're safe.
There's a ton of great detail on this castle, a lot of character accents. On a lot of these pillars you have Diablo, which is Maleficent's pet raven. And of course they're not even all in the same pose, they all are different. This is a really fantastic lantern.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's really great.
It looks just like you.
Oh, great. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And the reason that's there is because it leads the way into here. It's going to get a little dark. first upstairs into a shop. That's a pretty cool store though.
Il y a plein de trucs à acheter.
So yes, they do have a dragon that lives under the castle. We just went up those stairs out through the castle through the Merlin shop. And the dragon at the time was the largest audio animatronic ever built by Disney. Of course, obviously been surpassed since then, I think, by a lot of figures. Most definitely the Yeti when it worked in Expedition Everest. But I don't know, I don't have a list of the largest, so I think the Lava Monster in Journey to the Center of the Earth is bigger for sure. Probably some other ones.
I wish we had a dragon.
I don't think it fits Florida. I think it works here.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a thing. I mean, it would have been great for Animal Kingdom.
Well, yeah, our Beastly Kingdom.
Yeah, well, that's where that was
Yep.
going to go. And we're gonna head towards the town of Thunder Mesa, which is Frontierland here. Probably the most ambitious of the Frontierlands ever built. All tied together by a single story of this town, a mining town that actually ties together Big Thunder Mountain and as well their version of the Haunted Mansion known as Phantom Manor, which are all interconnected in story, which is really fantastic. I think one of the really cool things is this entrance, which doubles as the fort. So because there is no Tom Sawyer Island and there wasn't going to be a fort because of that, they put the fort at the entrance. And there's a whole big walking tour of the fort you can do. And it goes all up and around. And it tells you about the quote-unquote legends of the West. So you learn about Davy Crockett and all sorts of Buffalo Bill. Sadly, there's a lot of work going on in Frontierland at the moment with Phantom Manor closed for a massive overhaul. They're also taking this time to redo some of this promenade area. They're working on some space in front of the Last Chance Saloon, or Cafe, excuse me. And then obviously where Phantom Manor is, that whole area is closed off, as well as the train station for Frontierland. But we'll take a quick jaunt down to where Phantom Manor would be, typically.
See the scrim?
You know, it's just a big tarp with lightning, perennial lightning. Here's the Molly Brown, their only functioning riverboat at the moment. They are bringing back their Mark Twain, though. That'll be back in 2020.
2020, that's a long time.
It takes a long time to restore these things, and that apparently has been out of commission for a very, very long time.
It's really nice to see them. I know no one likes to come and see malls. It's really
Yeah, no, and this park was in rough shape, so it's good that it's getting love now. All right, well, next time we'll continue our journey through Thunder Basin.